Visitor. Hello everybody, my name's Mark and this is another episode of Bike of the Week. Let me remind you to like and subscribe to these videos. It keeps them coming to you. We just go out into the world and find motorcycles and then do interviews with owners and or their bikes. And today I have a very special guest. His name's Ron. He is a personal friend of mine, been a friend for 50 years, I don't know, a long time. We've been doing motorcycles for about 47 years. And it's a long time to be messing around with motorcycles. So Ron, how you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And today we're going to do a real brief video just on some of the bikes that Ron's got here. One of them is a 1973 Honda SL125. I owned a couple of them. Ron's, I don't know if have you ever had a 125?
That was my first 125.
First 125.
Yeah, I've had a couple of 100s.
Yeah, I had a couple of 125s back in the 70s and 80s, and good bikes, good motorcycles. So we're just going to talk a little bit today about what you have here, how you got it, what you're going to do with it, and then we'll do a little walk around towards the end of the video, give you some specs, give you a little bit more detail on the actual workings of the motorcycle. So let's start by just, where did you end up with this thing? How did you get this, Ron?
I got this bike, a couple of buddies of mine that I Jeep with says, hey, my dad passed away and he's got a bunch of bikes in the shop. I know you're into that kind of stuff. Come on by, take a look at it.
Yeah.
See if you're interested.
You were the right person at the right time in the right spot.
Feel like I was. I went over there and there was 5 bikes. Suzuki JT50, Yamaha YT80, Honda SL70, Honda SL125, and I forgot the other bike.
Okay.
Anyways, I ran the VIN numbers. They had probably 15 to 20 years of dust on them.
Just laying in a shed.
Just in the shed, you know.
Okay.
And so anyways, I dusted off all the tags, went home, did my research, figured out this was a K2, which is the last year,
right.
73. They were only made for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so to get the bike, you know, I came up with a number which I thought was fair. My time is worth money. What it needs for parts, it needs quite a bit. Obviously got the wrong seat on there.
Right.
And just kind of did an assessment, what it would take to put it together. Knowing that I've never heard it run, haven't run in over a decade, it's chance there's no title.
Right.
Anyways,
right.
That's how I determined to come up with my figure.
Okay.
Made them an offer on this one and the SL70, and they accepted the offer. My friend Randy got the other bikes for his grandkids, and that's how I got that bike.
Good.
Yeah.
So that's going to be another bike of the week that's coming up. Is we've got a row back there of 70s, 50s, all kinds of stuff. So obviously me and Ron are going to be probably doing more than one interview here. But today we just wanted to bang this one out because my understanding is this motorcycle's going away.
It is going away.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about why it's going away.
It's going away because I have a friend of mine who's into the SL70s. He lives in New Mexico, and for years, he's always been wanting my SL100.
Ah.
So we were always talking 70s and stuff, and he's got 4 complete bikes, another roller, probably 8 motors. He wants to make a trade.
Okay.
So he says, I'm all done with the 70s.
Okay.
I'm working out of a 2-car garage. I got kids. I got motorcycle parts everywhere. 21 tubs of parts.
Oh.
Everything, everywhere. He says,
Okay.
I'm just like done with the 70s. My wife and I'd like to get a bike big enough for my wife. He's got an SL175. He goes, I want to add a 125 and a 100 to my collection. So
That's where it's going. So it's going to Albuquerque.
It is going out.
Okay, so now there's an SL100 that we're going to do an interview on next week.
Yep.
And we'll feature that next week. That'll be bike number 2 of the series. And that bike and this bike are going to Albuquerque, and what you're bringing back is a bunch of SL70 stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, that'll be an episode in itself, just looking through the tubs, seeing what you got, being able to put stuff together. Okay, here we have the SL125 and got about 565 miles on the clock, so really has not been driven that much. It's obviously not in real good condition. The motor's got good compression still, missing side covers, wrong seat. You know, who knows where these motorcycles have been. It's basically all there, but this is the part that I really like right there. It's a 75 plate from Arizona. And Camelback Honda was one of the dealerships that we got parts from for our Hondas back in the 70s. So that's been on there for 45 years. They got a little rash on the pipe. You know, it's basically all there, but it would take a lot basically to make it a #1 motorcycle again. So it's probably best for a rider, unless a guy wants to sink a lot of bucks into it. But they are getting hard to find, and they're getting hard to find that are all there, that haven't been butchered or turned into parts bikes. And so this is actually a pretty decent example. 1 down, 4 up. A decent motorcycle. They were basically indestructible. As long as you kept good, clean oil in them, they went forever and ever. And believe me, that's the voice of experience talking there. So it's actually a pretty neat bike. I'm glad Ron got it. I'm glad we were able to document it today. And it's going to have to go bye-bye because he's got SL70 aspirations. So this is Mark with Bike of the Week. And thanks again for subscribing and liking these videos. And I'll just keep them coming. Have a great day.